Consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her. So much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now. Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahida won't have any more new problems to deal with. Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble. Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even... anyway... For Nahida's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious... But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking? Huh? You can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long, and one bumping into you like this will become a rarity. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two?
Thanks, but no need. Oh... Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two. So, when are you leaving?
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in...
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going-away party, though... Now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida? Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler and Paimon. Whether as a client or...
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru. all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's... Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds. Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think? Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful... Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means. To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the
party. If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a...
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. And
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? In what you see in reality, you may ask whether something is true or not. Simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being... Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously?
No worries. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's curious. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should...
oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely...
I think what they mean is that they wished... In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend...
Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait,
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's...
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough...
First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon be... Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is...
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our master...
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Hey! What are you looking over there for? Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her. Hello there. Excuse me.
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay. Okay then. We just...
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just a...
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
No, people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with and no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, he would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air... But now, the water is gradually swallowing our... It won't be long before it's swallowed.
Sir...
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and you are...
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the trap. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be...
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it...
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your...
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment.
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake?
Please, don't take offense. Just...
Oh, all right then. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the opera house to meet the Hydroarch.
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the opera house later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
This is...
You said you were going to see Lady Farina?
So, she's the Hydroarch?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then... As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But
But I welcome you nevertheless. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. I, Fosalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was... Miss Hydro Archon?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that you had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Whoa, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. Wait, does this mean they're the legendary...
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those...
Ooh, I've got to see this.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite... You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and...
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is...
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorent. I admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. He is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Oh, yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. You're getting a bit...
You see. Then, as the god of justice,
Right. This is Fontaine, after all.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
according to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying up?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then...
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. I don't think that Paimon here meets the...
You tell her, Linny! Finally, someone who's not crazy. How could anyone...
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen.
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should show... So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick.
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon.
You call that?
Huh? I'm not sure what to think. It seems...
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all.
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was real.
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law. So, now do you see what kind of...
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny.
It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage.
But isn't the Opera House...
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of... And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego...
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything...
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the... Oh, you really mean it? This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you...
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked... I'm not sure exactly when it began, but It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the... Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Many places have already been completely...
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But we hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started as a magical item. These magic pockets have astonishing...
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing...
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But now, if you'd like to help, then please get...
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy.
What?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and...
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live under...
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean...
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's... Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. Thanks. Please.
I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, life is all about living in the moment. Wait.
You should still take it.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that... if...
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people... Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds.
Is there anything else you need to do before we...
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some...
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect Romaritime flowers.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also... Maybe next time you'll feel like helping
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished...
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House?
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her?
She's obvious. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't watch her move.
Oh, he's right!
Shh! Keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape. All right, let...
Didn't keep you waiting, did...
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? right. She might also be Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief. Yeah, let's...
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. Anyway, I should be going now.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh, did you get hurt, Lenny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it.
You're right, I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I... But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative picked...
All right, let's put this little detour behind us.
This thing to go into the city? What an ingenious...
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being...
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave.
What? Traveler! Paimon! Charlotte!
Oh, I'd never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aquabus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were... Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize that I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote...
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So, what have you been up to lately? lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. Ah, you're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational... Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately.
You mean the serial disappearances of young...
That's right! These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of material.
So, what is the serial disappearance?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago. And ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that, but the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen. Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some... I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too.
Oh, I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Paimon hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte.
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the steam...
What a tough job. Always running around.
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first?
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This...
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have...
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Linny, could you come here for...
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me? Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just before I forget, the Traveler and I...
Yes, I went diving.
That's our Fremine, always quick with...
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago?
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and... Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very... Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism.
Sorry, it might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of... It rained for longer than I suspected.
Was there something you needed to do?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. On the day of the performance, just ride the aquabus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Oh, are you...
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help. I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted. And the boss...
No trouble at all! Don't worry!
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks.